Nice!
Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here, and this is the video review for Transformers Combiner Wars Leader Class Megatron and Armada Megatron. Yes, this year we've got two versions of Megatron released simultaneously, actually. Same wave and everything. So Hasbro's being very quick to knock out the repaints for this Leader Class toy. And I think it actually turned out quite well. So why don't we take a closer look at these guys and see how they look. And let's see, we're going to start with the more comic and G1 styled Megatron. Now, Generation 1 Megatron turned into a gun, a Waltler P38 pistol. But since safety laws have changed, Hasbro can no longer release Megatron as a gun, so they go with the next best thing, being a tank. And it's a nice looking tank too. Real shiny silver paint all over, which is great. Really helps bring him out, make him a nice standout figure. You got the black cannon, kind of a Megatron trademark, and you got the two miniguns at the top. So there are plenty of options here. So yeah, we got, what's also interesting is these guys actually have these rolling treads. So real working treads. That's something special. The turret does rotate. Nice ratchet. Yeah, but all in all, this is a very solid tank. One little thing you may have heard on the instructions as far as dealing with the back piece here. Some will have it on this back piece here, which would cut the rotation of the turret. So, but it's supposed to go like this. So yeah, that's it's all pretty nice. Armada Megatron is, as the name would suggest, designed to look like he did in Transformers Armada, with the green paint with bits of orange and purple. Now this is actually similar to his G2 deco as well, except a very darker, well, very dark green instead of the neon color that he had in G2. But yeah, that's pretty nice. Got a nice Decepticon symbol right there. Little yellow stripe at the other side. But yeah, it's a lot of nice details here. Painted in these plates at the top. And it looks pretty good. Now a nice feature is that these have firing missiles, so you could just push this button and you heard it. It fires pretty well. And another feature that's more for the Armada version is that there are in fact minicom ports on the tank, like this one on his top, so you can take a minicon like Energon Ramjet and just pop him on, and he fits on perfectly. So yeah, that's a nice feature to it. Of the two, I would personally prefer the G1 version, like the G1 Colors version at least, because it feels like this mold was made more for that. And Armada Megatron may have been like the second one, like the afterthought one. Although there is enough molded detail in the robot mode to suggest otherwise. I'll admit that much. Now for a size comparison, now I want to bring in a couple of his fellow Decepticons, like Leader Class Motormaster. You can see Megatron is actually significantly bigger than Motormaster is. Being Motormaster is a Voyager, Megatron's a Leader Class. So, and we also have Beast Hunter Shockwave. And yeah, that's the SDCC version. But, yeah. Shockwave's a little closer to Meg's size, well, technically, but you can tell there's a lot less in him than what's in Megatron. Megatron's a very solid, beefy tank, while Shockwave's tank mode is a little bit more planky, to say the least. But yeah, and you can tell they do have a bit of a size difference to them. Okay, now that we got Megatron and Megatron in robot mode, these guys really do look pretty good. I like them both. But honestly, I do like the G1 colors more. And they really did a good job with them. So, especially this one here. See, we got the G1 colors here. And yeah, he is definitely G1 colors. I think he's more colored after the original toy than he is the cartoon. Especially, you can tell in the waist. The cartoon didn't have that kind of red, but that was definitely there on the G1 toy. Just to prove it, we'll bring in that G1 toy. And you can tell by the waist, there's a lot of detail in there, and a lot of dust on him. I'm sorry, he's old. I had him for a while. But yeah, you can see a lot of red detail there, so that is accurate. As is the red on the inside of the arms. So yeah, a lot of the color scheme was based on the G1 toy. Which I'm fine with. I like that toy. And I do like the way this looks. Because it really does feel like Megatron. Even if it's a tank, it feels like Megatron. So, yeah, I mean, that looks really good. And another nice thing about it is that the transformation, you can alter a little bit to make it look more like the Armada Megatron by putting these by arranging the tank treads to be exposed like they are right here. Which is a pretty sweet way to do it. Unfortunately, I don't own like the original Armada Megatron, so I can't do a comparison between him and this one. But from what I've seen, it's pretty spot on. Well, save for the cannon being on the arm instead of on the waist. Other than that, it's looking pretty good. Now, he does have the Decepticon symbols on his arms, which is true to the original toy. And as you can see, the colors on the arms are done very well. Like, they really made a very solid attempt to make this look as much like Armada Megatron as they possibly could. They got that head sculpt in with all the big horns. Although the horns, I think, should be gray instead of orange. But the greens and purples and silvers are all well placed. You could probably go for a very small Decepticon symbol on his chest, like right here. But other than that, yeah, he looks really good. And I like both of these guys. For accessories, you got the two guns that were in tank mode. Right here and right here. Which you can either put in his hands if you want to, or you can combine them into a bigger gun that he can hold. Now, given that he has this gigantic cannon on his arm, you would think he didn't need an extra gun, but, well, G1 Megatron came with a gun. So, yeah, this one does too. And Armada Megatron had a minicon that became a gun. Sadly, this Armada Megatron does not come with a minicon. I think that was a missed opportunity. It's a bit of a shame. But other than that, he looks pretty good. Let's get into the articulation. We got forward-backward movement at the arms. Unfortunately, due to the way it transforms, the shoulder joint is a bit low, which may make some poses look a little awkward. Other than that, he has a bicep swivel, nice 90-degree elbow bend, wrist swivel, no waist. But he does have forward-backward on the hips, in and out, and they're on very solid ratchet joints too. He also has a thigh swivel, a knee bend, not very deep in, but just enough, and a little bit of forward-moving ankle articulation, just due to the transformation. Yeah, I didn't get into the legs, but they are done pretty well. Again, very reminiscent of the G1 character, or the Armada character, depending on which version you're looking at. The gun is a little loose in his hand. He doesn't have a very tight grip on it. But since you're probably going to be posing him with the fusion cannon anyway, why worry? Okay, one last accessory that the G1 version of Megs had was a small sticker sheet that pretty much had 4 symbols, 2 Decepticon, 2 Autobot for his changing of size in the IDW comics, as well as some of the like the curly details for the chest. I never bothered putting any of those on him because, one, that Decepticon symbol is just fine, and 2, those stickers had white backgrounds to them, meaning if you put them on, it would take out the silver detail. I liked the silver detail on this guy, or the silver paint job on this guy, so yeah, I'm not getting rid of that. Unfortunately, I lost the sticker sheet, so I can't really show it to you. I'm sorry guys, that was my fault. But you know, it's just a small sticker sheet, nothing to really worry about. And he doesn't really need it either. Besides, if you really want to put an Autobot symbol on there, you can always get a repro label for it. Anyway, for some quick comparisons, let's bring in Combiner Wars Motormaster. See, he actually is quite a bit taller than Voyager. Let's see. Bring in, since I have her handy, Takara Legends Chromia. way taller than a deluxe. Okay. And just for laughs, let's bring in Hero Masher's Megatron. You know, why not? You can see they look pretty interesting together. But Megatron is quite bigger. Now this, I don't believe this would actually go well with a Classics display. Best reason is here he is with Classics Optimus. If I can get him to stand. There we go. As you can see, Megatron is quite a bit taller than Optimus here. So yeah, Leader Megatron wouldn't go well with the Classics display. But he does go well with some Masterpiece figures. Like, here he is. Here they are with, get Armada Megs out of the way for now. Here he is with Masterpiece Optimus Prime. As you can see, they size fairly well together. Optimus is just a little bit taller. So it's not a perfect match, but it is pretty close. And what he is a really good match for is Masterpiece Starscream. Now these two look really good together. Megatron is perfectly scaled to go with the Masterpiece Decepticons. Maybe not so much Optimus, but he goes well with Starscream, Thundercracker, Acid Storm, Skywarp if you got him, and Soundwave. So yeah, he'd be great for your Masterpiece display. And that's where he's going on my shelf. But anyway, I think that covers all the bases for Megs. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little review. If you did, smash that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button. And please, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you guys. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. We're going to be continuing our look at the Combiner Wars, starting with some of the Legends, and then looking at some of the Combiners later on. So I'll see you next time. Take care, have fun, bye-bye, and I'll see you later.